Halloween's origin date back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, when it was believed the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. It has since evolved into a holiday when spooky legends, myths, and folklore take center stage. Through costumes, stories, and celebrations during the Halloween season, mythical beings from witches to zombies to werewolf all come to life, and each of the season's creepy beings carries its own dark history. So let's take a look at some of the mythical beings and their own dark history. The first mythical creature is werewolf. The werewolf is a mythological animal and the subject of many stories throughout the world and more than a few nightmares. Werewolves are, according to some legends, people who morph into vicious, powerful wolves. Others are a mutant combination of human and wolf, but all are bloodthirsty beasts who cannot control their lust for killing people and animals. It's unclear exactly when and where the werewolf legend originated. Even now, werewolves have a cult following, and werewolf sightings are reported each year. And werewolf legends will likely to continue to haunt the dreams of people throughout the world. The next mythical creature is a zombie. A zombie, according to pop culture and folklore, is either a reawakened corpse with a ravenous appetite or someone bitten by another zombie infected with a zombie virus. Zombies are usually portrayed as strong but robotic beings with rotting flesh. Their only mission is to feed. They don't have conversations. The ancient Greeks may have been the first civilization terrorized by the fear of the undead. Archaeologists have unearthed many ancient graves which contain skeletons pinned down by rocks and other heavy objects, assumedly to prevent the dead bodies from reanimating. The zombie folklore has been around for centuries in Haiti, possibly originating in the 17th century when West African slaves were brought into work on Haiti's sugarcane plantations. Brutal conditions left the slaves longing for freedom. According to some reports, the life or rather afterlife of a zombie represented the horrific plight of the slavery. The next mythical creature is the devil or Satan, who is best known for the personification of evil and the nemesis of good people everywhere. His image and story have evolved over the years, and the devil has been called by many different names in various cultures, including Beelzebub, Lucifer, Satan, and to name a few, with various physical descriptions including horns and hued feet. But this malevolent being and his legion of demons continue to strike in people from all walks of life as the antithesis of all things good. The next mythical creature that we're going to talk about is the vampires. Vampires are evil mythological beings who roam the world at night searching for people whose blood they feed upon. They may be the best known classic monsters of all time. Most people associate vampires with Count Dracula, the legendary blood-sucking subject of Bram Stoker's epic novel Dracula, which was published in 1897. But the history of vampires began long before the Stoker was born. So what is a vampire? There are almost many different characteristics of vampires as there are vampire legends, but the main characteristic of vampires is they drink human blood. They typically drain their victims' blood using sharp fangs, killing them and turning them into vampires. In general, vampires hunt at night since sunlight weakens their powers. Some may have the ability to morph into a bat or a wolf. Vampires have super strength and often have a hypnotic, sensual effect on their victims. They can see their image in a mirror and cast no shadows.
Bigfoot too.
Today we will be talking about the legend of the Bigfoot. So, what is this Bigfoot? Let's take a look. The legend of the Bigfoot go back beyond recorded history and cover the world. In North America, and particularly the Northwest, you can hear tales of 7-foot tall hairy men stalking the woods, occasionally scaring campers, lumberjacks, hikers, and the like. Bigfoot is known by many titles with many different cultures, although the name Bigfoot is generally attributed to the mountainous western region of the North America. North American settlers started reporting the sightings during the late 1800s and into the 1900s, with the occasional finding of footprints, sporadic encounters, and even a few grainy photos and videos adding to the mystery. Those who claim to have seen Bigfoot have described everything from a large upright ape to an actual hairy human, sometimes standing over 8 feet tall and described as powerfully built. The debate and research continue. Entire organizations exist to study and document Bigfoot and prove its existence, and group regularly search the Northwest woods looking for that ultimate proof about the scary and mysterious existence of the Bigfoot. The first sighting about the Bigfoot mystery took place in 1811 when a person named David Thompson and other several photographers and videographers have claimed to have seen the Sasquatch or the Bigfoot. Although none of the purported evidence has been verified, it seems that this might be the beginning of the mystery of the Bigfoot. Since the first finding of Sasquatch footprints in 1811, several people have also claimed to have found such footprints or to have seen Sasquatch, and some have provided purported documentary evidence. However, scholars and scientific researchers have pointed out that no investigator has produced a physical body or other verifiable evidence that they could recognize Sasquatch's existence. The Bigfoot is said to live in the northwestern United States and western Canada. Most of the sightings have been reported in the areas which are forested. You can compare it to the mythical monster of the Himalayas region, abominable snowman or Yeti. Many people have tried to disclose the truth about this existence, but no one was able to provide a strong evidence regarding the Bigfoot. Even though there are many mysteries about these encounters, nobody really knows what exactly is going on with this mystery. I'll see you guys in the next one. Meet Haki Forest, also known as the Bermuda Triangle of Romania. This place is considered to be one of the most haunted places in the entire world. Located just west of the city of Cluj-Napoca, this forest is more than just a mystery, so stick till the end to find out what exactly is going on in this forest. Because of all the unexplainable, freaky activities and events which take place in this forest has been termed as one of the most haunted forests in the entire world. Aside from the strange events and activities which take place in this forest has a very odd vegetation. The trees look straight from a sci-fi movie or some kind of a dystopian parallel universe. The trees do not grow straight up, but bend and spiral, almost as if they were twisting their limbs to reach out and touch you. Even weirder is that all the trees turn in clockwise direction, Scientists have been out to the forest to examine the tree growth patterns, but have been unable to figure out why the trees grow in such fashion. Besides the spiraling of the trees, the other weird thing about the vegetation of the forest is what is known as a dead zone. One section of the forest, almost a perfect circle, is an area where no vegetation can grow. The soil has been sampled and it is unknown why nothing grows in this area. Moreover, this dead zone is where quite a bit of paranormal activity has been spotted. One of the legends surrounding the forest is that a young girl entered the forest and was lost for many years. Then one day she re-emerged from the forest 5 years later, appearing unaged and unable to remember where she's been. Another story that the locals tell is of a shepherd and his flock of 200 sheep. He entered the forest with his flock, never to be seen again. His sheep and their remains were never found either. There are also stories of alien sightings in the Haki Forest. The forest first became famous in 1968 when military technician Emil Barnia was out in the forest with his girlfriend and a few friends. It was a sunny August afternoon, and his girlfriend told him that she saw something weird. He walked over to where she was standing, and he saw it too, a shining silver disk in the sky. Luckily, he had his camera with him, and before the object bolted away, he was able to capture 4 photos. The 4 of them only saw the UFO for about 2 minutes. Barnia then developed his film and his pictures live on. Barnia's photos were published in the local papers, and many people were very skeptical. Some said it was probably a couple weather balloons shot in odd circumstances or odd lighting. Investigators looked into weather balloons, blimps, or anything else that might have been in the sky in that area on the day, but nothing could be found to explain the photos. The photo negatives were also examined to see if Barnia had altered the images, but no evidence of the tampering could be found. Still, other strange events have occurred in this forest. Many people who walk in just for a quick scare walk out with unexplainable symptoms. People claim that as soon as they walk in, they suffer from severe anxiety and feel like there is somebody watching them. Others walk out with scratches or bruises, having no idea where they came from. Some people believe that the forest is haunted by the peasants who were murdered there a long time ago. The forest holds a lot of history, as there is evidence of the oldest settlement in all of Romania. Who knows how many people have lived and died in the area that is now the Haki Forest. Ghosts and other sightings of paranormal activity have been spotted here too. Sometimes people hear voices in the forest, giggles of women or screams of young girls. People have also heard the sounds of deer or horse hooves, even when there were none to be seen. Some see orbs floating near the trees, or they will take the photos, and when they look at the photos, faces or orbs are not seen in the photos. Occasionally, people see faces right in front of them with their naked eye. Sometimes people see glowing green eyes staring at them from a distance. If we look at the brief history of the forest, we can clearly see why it is considered to be one of the most haunted forests in the entire world. I'm also getting many more explanations on different places around the world, many different horror abandoned buildings, and many more things. So subscribe for that. Until then, I'll see you later. Today, we will be talking about the Hawaiian night marches. The Hawaiian night marches are marked as one of the scariest legends of Hawaii. So who are these Hawaiian night marchers? Also, I see many of you guys who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you could take a moment to subscribe, that would be great. Now back to the video. The ghosts of ancient Hawaiian warriors are known as the Hawaiian night marchers. They are known as night marchers because they are said to have traveled at night. Some of these ancient Hawaiian warriors were high-ranking chiefs who had special spirit ranks. This legend is one of the most famous legends in Hawaii. These ghostly creatures are said to have traveled to places called night marcher trails. They are scary and might get people petrified. The legend particularly says that these ghosts are related to Hawaiian gods. Not only do they relate to the gods of Hawaii, but also to the Hawaiian moon phases. People have believed a few things about the Hawaiian night marchers for a very long time. They believe that they travel around with equipment required by warriors. They also play the war drums. In addition to all this, the night marchers also carried conch shells. These ghost warriors were powerful when they were alive. One quality of these warriors is bravery. The courage and bravery of these warriors are what make them so famous. So, what are the consequences of disrespecting them? Well, some people have believed another thing for a long time. They say that not going on meeting the night marchers gives them a feeling of disrespect. These ghost warriors had fought many battles when they were alive. This is why they demand respect from all tourists. It is also said that if a person does not show respect to them, he or she might have a painful or violent death. This story is actually a legend of the night. This is why it is said that they would come to power during the night time. Before sunrise, they are supposed to finish their work. In case you come in their pathway, you might find their violent noises or chant of the dead soldiers. It is believed that the chanting of the soldiers happens for a ceremony. This ceremony is the honor of the head of the group. The ghost leader or the warrior leader loves music and wants to hear the sound of chanting and war drums. This is why the sound of chanting and war drums can be heard. So where did the Hawaiian night marchers live? The Hawaiian night marchers have been mentioned by many storytellers. The path of the night marchers is said to have been in many places in Hawaii. The Kalama Valley and the Kaena Point are two places that are famous for night marchers. There is no particular place where they lived, but there have been tourist encounters. So what are the tourist encounters with the Hawaiian night marchers? It is said that many people who have gone to tour the places of night marchers have had a spooky experience. People have also seen paranormal activities. Some of the tourists claim to have seen shadows of these brave ghost warriors. They also say that they had to bow down in front of them to show their respect. We will never know how many of the tourist encounters have actually happened. Some people might even have claimed that they saw them falsely. No matter what, nobody can deny that this legend is scary and some people actually might have seen them.
Too.